Hi, it's Paul from Heiken Forex, and you're looking at a pretty standard MetaTrader 4 on an hourly chart, and that looks pretty straightforward, and it's quite difficult to find out when to buy and sell and things like that. And although I can see, because I've been doing this a long time, I can see a sell there, a buy here, a buy here, but there's lots of unanswered questions and things going on. Now I'm going to introduce you to the Heiken Forex trading indicator that's been written over about 10 years of trading, 10 years of not being profitable and making it profitable. So you get it from the MetaTrader 4 market, just drop it on your chart. Now the first thing you want to do is check your lot size. There you go. So your default trading lot size, just set that up and you'll see immediately the chart completely changes, and you'll see that there's a lot more information going on the chart. The first thing you'll notice is that we've got Heiken Ashi candles, which is of course not standard MetaTrader 4. We've got a 50 period Heiken Ashi slow moving average, and we've got a 200 period Heiken Ashi slow moving average, and then we've got this momentum indicator. So the first thing I'm going to do is so I've set this up how I want on the hourly chart, and I'm going to save a template called default. There you go, like that. And then I'm going to use a little utility that you can get free from the Heiken Forex trading room, which I'll tell you about in a minute, which is completely free. It won't be forever, but it is at the moment. So open all charts. Okay, now if you click on this is an indicator. You just drop it on there and you see it's opening loads of currency charts, because the Heiken Forex indicator needs to monitor the different charts, and you hear there's probably an alert for a trade there. So that's done. Okay, and you should get a little message box that says I've finished. Okay, so cancel that one. And then what you do is you go back to the first chart, it's quite important, and then close this first chart up there. So that's done. So now I'm set up and ready to trade, and you'll see how much it changes what MetaTrader 4 looks like. So there's a lot going on the screen, so I'm just going to take you through it. So we start off with, there's fib levels, okay, and you notice that there's some shaded areas. That's normally where the market likes to change direction. See it doing it there. It's normally where the market likes to hang around. Sometimes you get them just hanging in that area, or it'll hang up there. We've got the 50 period Heiken Ashi here. We've got the 200 period Heiken Ashi here, and we've got this 14 MA just to give us a bit of extra confirmation. We've got so there's a lot of information, and this here is a momentum indicator. So you can see that when it's green, we've got momentum, and when it's red, we haven't. So there's green momentum here, there's green momentum in this cell, green momentum in this cell, there's no momentum here. You see how the market is pulling back because of the lack of momentum. Okay, and we don't take trades here, obviously long trades here, because why? It's in a great big downtrend. Okay, so you can see that straight away. So what tends to happen is, this is how I trade. So we get alerts like this, and this is the little alerts window, and it'll have things like euro dollar buy, and it'll also show you what's going on in the 5 minutes chart. So I use a really simple way of working out whether I'm going to trade or not. So if I get an alert, we're out, market's shut at the moment, so unfortunately I can't. So if you do control tab, you can see it tabs through the charts. Okay, so if we get an alert, let's say we had this alert here, I would start off by looking at the 5 minute Heiken Ashi. So this is basically the equivalent of looking at the 5 minute chart, and I can see I've got two red candles. So that's the newest candle there, and that's the oldest. So this is the newest. So I look and can see there's two. So the 5 minutes moving into a sell, which is what I need. It was actually here with the 5 minutes moving into a sell, which is what I need. So I wouldn't take that if that was going into a buy. I just wait. The current candle strength is actually mostly a buy, so I really kind of want to make sure that is also going the right way. And the overall trend strength is 0, so it's, according to this, is flat. Now that may be because the markets are shut. In fact, yeah. So I flipped it updates because it redrew the chart. So it's 2.65. So it's a bullish market. Okay, so I'm looking to buy in this market. So I'm probably not going to take that sell unless, I mean, this was also news. Something happened on Friday. This is Fridays. Try not to trade Fridays, because they can always be a bit rough. I'm just trying to find a better example for you. So let's take a look at this one. So again, just make it redraw the chart. On the 5 minute chart, we can see that actually it has now gone bearish. You can see that by that 5 minute Heiken Ashi chart. So but when we were back here, of course, this would have been completely green. And so we get this signal, we get the little alert box, you go bing like that, and you can also get it sent to your emails just by and sent to your phone just by setting a text up, setting it up in the options. So you go to tools, options, and you set notifications, and then you've got your email, set it all up there, and then the indicator will send the alerts to your phone and to your email as well. So let's take this signal here. Now this is a ranging market. You can see in it, so I was telling you about it gets stuck in this green area and a breakout from the green area. So we actually had this big pullback, and then it's an okay trade to take, but not okay here because it's so flat. But then you'd see that because now you've got a bullish trend strength, whereas before you had a very flat market. And you can see also how the market was bearish. You see this gold down there, that's a bearish market, a little bit of a bullish market, but it's very, and the Heiken Ashi candles get really thin on the 50 period. You can see that, and that's the 200 period, sorry, that's 200 period there. And then we've got the 50 period. You can see how it goes buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, and then there's this here, we get this buy, and it nicely breaks through the 50 and the 200 period moving average, and actually that gold thing is your target. As to what I generally trade this by, I'd put a take profit up there, and then when the price hits that gold target, okay, I'll move my stop inside entry to protect my risk, because obviously it has backfired and pulled back down again. It's not a very good trade. So here you go. I mean, look at this. So this is the other thing we do. This was news on Friday. Something really kicked off on Friday. We're not really sure what, because there was nothing in the news scheduled for it. But when you get a news, somebody asked me yesterday about news and how it deals with news, you just wait for the signal. You don't take the trade till the signal appears, because then the maths is there, and provided the 5-minute Heiken Ashi and everything adds up over here, then it's probably a good idea to take the trade. I mean, yeah. So I mean that's the thing. You see again, look how it moved from here to this, between these two, the red and the green hatched fib levels, and then it bounced bang off of there, and now it's kind of stuck. It doesn't know where it's going because it goes across. This is like what I call no man's land here. And we've also got, you can see the momentum again. So here's your buy signal. Look at the momentum. There's volume and momentum in that, and then it loses, it drops off, so it waits, and then we've got another buy signal. Look at the momentum. Up we go, and then we wait here. Don't want to take a trade. There's a little bit of momentum here, not a lot, but it's, you've got a big enough stop in there. You just sit there and wait. But because the momentum's quite close, you see how the momentum increases like that. In fact, this is CAD yen. I'm really getting to the point where I think there is going to be an intervention on the yen. So again, look at this chart. So look at what's happening. The green dots are showing us an uptrend. The signals are all buys. Okay, we've got momentum building. And then there's this big run of momentum, and the big run of momentum normally ends up with it getting stuck in this fib level here. And look how it just hangs around. It can't go anywhere. So then we get bearish momentum. That's why that's green there. But there's no signals because we're in an uptrend. Okay, to make it to a downtrend, we have to actually get across no man's land, and it didn't. It just pulled straight back up there. And then there's a little bit of a buy signal up to the top of this fib level, followed by an enormous crash down across 2 fib levels. So you can see how the Hurricane Forex indicator will keep you pretty safe. I like to do set it and forget it trades. I don't want to be sitting there all day staring at charts. I want to be able to go out and do things and have a life. So you can see that if you trade with it, you can follow what's going on in the market. So I mean, we've got here, let's just take a look at this chart. This is quite a difficult chart because of this, which is, I'd never trade that. It's just all over the place. We don't know where it's going. You've got a completely flat market. Okay, it's slightly bearish, so you can expect it will go bearish. In fact, there is a sell trade there, but look at the whipsaws in it. Euro CAD, absolutely crazy. And it's what's really mad is I had some great trades all the way up here, and then it just went into free when it dropped really powerfully, and then it just went completely bonkers. I mean, okay, you've got a sell entry on there. There's the go safe thing, but actually you probably only target that level here. So whereas you've got something like this with Euro Swiss, where it's pretty straightforward. There's a buy because there's a little bit of momentum there for a buy. You get stopped. Let's just take this chart for instance. So there's a buy there. target probably be, so there's your gold, so your target's going to be here, go safe here, it just goes all the way up to your take profit. Buy here, there's the target there, go safe, but there's a fib level before it, so I tend to put my take profit will go in there. It does pull back and stop you out, so that's a bit of a bad trade, so that's one good one. Here's another one, target's there, but we'll take the first fib, take profit, another one there, target's there, it does pull back, but it won't hit your stop, and eventually will make your take profit. And some people, you know, you can actually just add trades on the way up. If you see sometimes you'll see these with a white dot above them, and that's just saying that it's not as strong a signal. So let's just take a couple of trades here. So buy, take profit, 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 sell, take profit. So you can see it is a repainting indicator, and I think that's important to mention. And some people think that's a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing. So if a signal becomes invalidated, okay, then it takes it off, because you don't want it to be there. So if you've put a trade on for a signal that becomes invalidated, it doesn't happen a lot. Okay, yeah, there's one. So in fact, no, that's not one. Okay, so if a signal becomes invalidated, I do want it to be taken off. I don't want, because then I'll reconsider whether I'm staying in the trade or not. I don't want just to sit there and blindly paste a signal, because remember, we're working in moving markets, so your signals are given in live trades. The maths, every time the market moves, you know, the maths runs, and the maths calculates whether or not this is a valid signal or not. And you'll see, you know, you'll see this going up and down, and you'll see this changing, and you'll see all this happening live, because it's constantly evaluating it. If it didn't repaint, it wouldn't be true to what the market is doing. Yeah, there's a couple of more trades here, just some little sells in here. You know, this one pulled back. Is this GBP Aussie? This is one I'm actually in. I was actually in this from here. This trade here actually entered here. It's now halfway to my target, which is here, which is probably a bit overzealous, because I went safe here. I've just moved the stop down before the weekend. In fact, it pulled right back. But it's so tempting to fiddle with these trades. And one of the good things about Heiken Ashi is you don't see the tiny little, you know, these markets never move in one direction. Look at this. It pulled down, it pulled back and stopped, and then it pulled down again. And a lot of traders will, you know, I used to do it. It pulls back into this, and you go, oh, I better close the trade. It's going to a buy. Okay, but I'm much more prone to leave it running. I mean, once the trade's safe, the stop's inside the entry, you've got no risk on the trade, and go and put other trades on. So I can have 5 or 6 trades running, because I know that the risk is like not there. And talking to risk reward, if you're a prop trader, okay, the cool thing about this is this function. So let me just quickly grab this. So the price, so let's say, let's start up here. First thing about it is it shows you your total account risk, and it's a percentage of your account. And I know that's negative, and that's the reason for that is this, because I'm only in one trade, and it's 1,669 pips up. Okay, so, and the thing here is you've got these little lines here. So if you want to take a trade and you want to work out whether it's risk rewards, okay, so you could go into here, you move that to the take profit, you click on this one, move it to the stop, so the stop will be back here, and then based on the current price, so it's going to be 1-to-1 risk reward, because it's halfway to the target. But let's say if I was to take the trade now, which I can't because the markets are shut, but let's sort of put the stop there, you can see how that changes. So it shows you your risk reward, it shows you the 3-to-1, it shows you your money that you're going to make or lose on that trade, and you can also see the total for your total whole account. So if you've got 5 trades on and your risk is £100 each, then you'd know that you had £500 risk, and it will show you the percentage of your total balance. So if you're a prop trader, you need that information, because otherwise you may have more trades on than you're actually allowed to, and you may be risking more of your account than you're allowed to, and this actually completely stops that. And that's the cool thing about it. So it just makes the charts easier to read. I know a lot of people like completely empty charts, but especially beginners, you don't know what you're looking at. You know, it just looks like a blur of candles, whereas Heiken Ashi makes it easier to read. It makes it easier to, so like we're moving into a downtrend here. Look how we're moving into a downtrend. When I see that break like that, and then we start getting sell signals, I know I'm moving into a downtrend. Now here we've got a head and shoulders reversal going on, and I can show you that. Let me show you. It's a bit of a messy one, unfortunately. It's not not as clean as I'd like it. Let me just get this up. So I'm just going to turn on my drawing on the screen malarkey. Right, so you can see that it's not as clean. So normally there's a neckline, there's a head, there's a sort of shoulder. I'd like to have seen something like this, but it just never happened, and that's true. So I mean, really, you could say it's a bit of a double top, and there's the bottom of it. You know, you need to. I mean, there are some people that use this indicator alongside other things. That's cool. I don't. I just use this indicator completely plain because it gives you so much information on what's going on in the markets. Because of the alerts and the trade signals, when there's something going on, you're there. You know, and you know, trading news. You can trade news with this. Obviously, check your prop. If you're trading prop, check the prop allows it. But the way I trade news is I generally have everything either off or safe, so I'm stops inside entries before news if I can. I'm quite a low risk trader, so I'd rather take the risk off than, you know, if you want to go for these big targets, you've got to obviously have a solid stops and then move the stop in. Like now, I'm up for free. I'm going to win 400 quid if 400 pounds if this stops out, because the stop's inside the entry. But when I'm trading news, so what happens is you'll get an alert when the news, so let's say it was non-farm payroll, so you're sitting there, you get an alert, and when you get that alert for the trade signal, you just go and check everything as you normally do, and then get your trade in and get your stop in and get your take profit in, and you'll be amazed at how many times you just go straight to the take profit, like real quick. You know, there are times when you stop out, but that's why you have stops in place. And if you stop out on news, don't take another trade. Just stand aside. If you take profit really quick, don't take another trade. Stand aside. You know, it's really effective at trading news. It works really well because, of course, the maths is there. Every time the market moves a millionth of a pip, you know, a tenth of a pip. Every time it senses something in the market, it's running all this maths to work out whether or not it's a good trade or not. Look at this. You've got a sell. You've got momentum building. Look at how momentum built down there. There was a little bit of a pullback, but I just stayed in it. I stayed in it since here. You know, and just looking at other charts, you know, so here you go, well, do I trade that? So you've got these little cells coming in, but you just look at it and go, overall trend strength 0. It's flat. I'm not going to take any trades in there. Look at the momentum. There's nothing there at all. So you wouldn't take trades in that, even though you get signals, because the math still adds up. You know, you might take a trade there if you saw a bullish move, but it really doesn't get past this cap. You see, that gold thing has just lost all momentum. That's GBP Swiss, and they've been doing it for a while. GBP JPY again, we had this bit of a buy signal there. Now I actually took profit there, and then there was this sell signal, and it just went crazy down. And I saw it. I got the alert on it, and there was a whipsaw, and then the crazy sell. And I got the alert on it. I was like, I'm in there. Look at this again. You can find trades. Sell, 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 sell. Because we're going into a downtrend. And it's really easy to see. It just makes the markets clearer. And you might say, oh, it adds loads to it. But if you know what this stuff means, you've got just an insider edge. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about, that's pretty much it. There's also these MACD trends. So this is what MACD thinks at the moment. So you can see on each different type of chart. So monthly is bearish, longer terms are bearish, the shorter terms are bullish. This normally means that it's changing direction, actually, if you see, because you can see how when these four start changing direction, if that one goes as well, you're definitely changing direction into a bullish trend. But you can also see that from the 50 period Heiken Ashi and everything like that. So the last thing I'm going to show you, I know it's all incredibly boring, especially if you're not a trader, is the trading chat room. So this is free. You can join this even if you don't use the Heiken Forex system. So, and it has videos and it has news. We've got some tools over here, news and data. So this gives you the economic calendar. It gives you financial market information. It gives you heat maps, currency heat maps. They're live updated. We've got different groups you can join in the community. We've got our homepage where we have a lot of live information coming in. Okay, there's nobody online at the moment because oh no, Alan and Stefan are online, which surprises me really because it's the weekend. We've got a live traders chat room. which you can add a new chat room, trading room. So that's empty at the moment, obviously, because everyone's not around. This is free to join, so you just go to hftraders.com, register for an account, come and join us. If you're interested in the indicator, come and see it, have a chat with people. You know, the main site, if you want to get hold of this indicator, is hurricaneforex.com, and that's, you've got a link through to HF Traders from there. So this has got all the information. This video that I'm making now is going to end up there, and there's join the forum, join the free trading room, and this explains the chart a bit more. And then it's $30 a month, and basically it's available on the MetaTrader store. Here it is. So you can just go ahead and get it for $30 a month, or you can buy it outright for $7.99, which is very reasonable. You know, $30 a month plus the trading room and everything like that. You pay. I paid a lot of money for trading rooms in the past, and they turned out not to be very good. Just because I wanted to work with other traders. So yeah, that's it. So the website is hurricaneforex.com. And then you can get all the information you need right here. I hope that's really helpful. I hope to see you in the trading room. Come and investigate it. Come and see what's going on. Thanks very much.